Hi, good afternoon. How are you, Sandesh?
Good afternoon, John. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. How's your afternoon been?
It's been busier, like morning you get a little bit busier and then it gets consistent.
For sure, yeah. So thank you so much for coming. I know how busy you are and how busy it gets out there. So taking 30 minutes out of your day is, well, it's too much to ask. Obviously. First of all, you're here for your performance appraisal. You've been working for 6 months and you have been performing wonderfully great, and we're so thankful for that. Just to let you know, no surprises here. I've let you know on a regular basis how you've been doing, what you have been doing great, and any area for improvement. And obviously, you've been taking notes of that too, as I've advised pretty much everyone else that works in the cafe. I always tell them to make notes on things that we've been told, so that they can work on themselves even further. So first of all, let's have a look at a couple things that you have done very wonderfully great. Here I have this is a copy that I've sent you to your email address.
Yes, I got this one.
For sure, for sure. So let's just have a look at a couple of things that you have done wonderfully great. I keep saying that, but that's okay. Now let's have a look at the goals that we have set 6 months ago. Is that you were able to produce quality coffee under the pressure of busy hours. That is so bad. That is so bad. I'm so sorry. I don't think I should go through all.
Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Sandesh. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, John. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank you for making the time to be here for your performance appraisal. You've been working here for 6 months and you have been great. Just to let you know, no surprises here. I'll let you know on a regular basis what you have progress on, and also a couple areas for improvement, and you have taken lots of notes. So yeah, let's just kick things off with things that you have done really great. We've gotten a lot of good reviews and feedback from customers saying that the quality of the coffee that you make is always great, and also your colleagues have always spoken so highly about you, about your cooperation and all that. However, there are a couple of things that we feel you can improve on, and those are your communication skills. Now, before I get on that, what do you feel was the problem with I don't want to call it a problem because you might not notice it, but we have received a couple grievances from your colleagues. I don't want to name any names, I don't want to point fingers. Again, we're all here to self-improve, right? So before I tell you what the problem, not well, before I tell you the nature of the issue is, can you tell me what you think is the challenge for you is working here in this cafe when it comes to communication?
Well, the first thing is that we are from diverse, community, so they really can't, catch up the things that I say them,
Sure.
and that's the main reason that I have to, get a bit loud on them.
Right,
Yeah, that's the main thing that
right. Um, I've also noticed that you do. I know that you are naturally a shy person. I did your interview. You told me that, and that wasn't really a problem in the first place, and it's not a problem now even. Like some people are just naturally shy, right? And
Yeah.
there's nothing much you can do about it. But do you think that you could improve on that? Perhaps you could try to approach the others even more, because what I've noticed is that people have been saying that sometimes you're a bit too shy, and for whatever reason it hinders you from asking for help from other people, just because you don't want to bother them, just because you don't want to go to the trouble of actually talking to another person. And sometimes it gets difficult for you, especially during busy hours, when in fact it all could have been avoided when you could just talk to them and ask them nicely for help. Do you think that kind of problem is a thing in our workplace?
Yeah, I think I really need to work on
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm pretty much tired, and I just don't, like, I just don't want anyone to, to bother them,
Mhm.
and that's, yeah, that's the main problem that
Yeah.
I have to focus on.
For sure. Now, what do you think we can do, or what do you think I can do to help you improve that?
Uh,
Should I provide you with some sort of training, perhaps, or?
Actually, like, yeah, training must be the training, and these things are. I just want to, I just want to go with a group of
Yeah.
people who are open and just, some kinds of what we say, like educational things.
Okay.
Things. Yeah, I think that would work a lot for me.
For sure, for sure. Let me just make a note of that. Now let's move on to the next thing that I want to tell you about. Is that we have also received a couple, not really complaints, just a couple of things that I've observed. Is that, of course, I've said that you have created very good coffee, you're always consistent, we have no complaints about coffee. Just something, I'm just being very nitpicky here, is that sometimes when it gets really busy, the presentation of your coffee is not necessarily the best. Do you think that's something that you have noticed, or?
Yeah, like it mostly happens when we are in a roast time.
Yeah.
Mostly in the morning, like we get like it's mass in the morning. So sometimes like we do want to keep the best, but yeah, it becomes sometimes like because of the roast.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we just need one more staff that could help me, so that like I don't have to get this match alone.
Right, right. Do you think that creating latte art is a bit too much to ask from you? Or-
Yeah, because I haven't done a lot of art arts before.
Right, right.
So yeah, like I haven't just trained this
Yeah.
one for a few months. So
For sure.
it's a little bit hard for me.
Yeah. So, would it help if you actually provide you with, maybe we could send you to a school where you can just practice how to do latte art for like an hour or two, the techniques perhaps, on how to do a very simple latte art during busy periods. Do you think that would help?
Yeah, I think that would be much more effective.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Let me table that idea. That's very good. Now I actually know what's really going on. Again, not really a problem, just a couple things that I've picked up on. Moving on, let's have a look. You know what? I think that's pretty much it. A lot of the other things that I've received are pretty much just on communication and cooperation, and we have covered pretty much a lot of ground and what we can do about it. So that's your appraisal. If I could just get a signature here very quickly, just to say that you have attended the appraisal and you have been informed of everything. And do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
And also, on top of that, I also have a performance agreement template, a couple things that we have agreed on. You don't have to sign this yet. I'm just gonna show it to you. It's just a template. This is something that I'll send it to your email
Yeah.
after I've compiled a couple of things that we can do to help you improve. And I'll just get your signature. I'll actually print it out and get it from you in person. And in 3 months, we'll see each other again. We'll sit next to each other again. Well, not next to each other, across from each other.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about what else we can do to improve, or whether there are certain things that you want to tell me. All right. Do you have any questions?
All good.
That's pretty much for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in 3 months.
Thank you.
All right. Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, Sandesh?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So here we are again. We were here, literally in this room, 3 months ago for your appraisal, and there are a couple of things that we have agreed that you would do, and a couple of promises that you promised that you would keep. But again, it's no pressure. It's nothing that's serious, really. So, how do you feel?
It was alright, like like I get a chance to learn a lots of things in school.
Yeah.
That was really, really, really good for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a lots of what we say skills
Mhm.
of lattes and this thing. And yeah, I'm pretty much sure that we don't have any customer complaints on latte arts now
Yeah.
because yeah.
Even previously, we never really received any complaints from customers about latte art. They don't really care about that, right? All they care about is just the quality of the coffee. It's just something that management has sort of picked up. A couple things that we do, not necessarily wrong, but just not up to our standard that we have set in the beginning. And we're just looking forward to how we can do to meet those standards. And clearly, all of the things that we have come up with the last time worked. And you have created very beautiful latte art, even during busy periods. And in terms of communication, we had a bit of an issue with that the last time. So how do you feel after working on, after, so how did you work on that? How did you work on your communication skills?
Actually, I make my communications like like simple,
Mhm.
clear, because now I get to know them. So they just understand English.
Yeah.
They just need to be clear, simple, and no use of slang words and those things. So yeah, it is pretty much good now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's improved. It's a
Yeah.
lot better than before.
Yeah, like I said, there are always two sides to the truth, right? Like you told me that, well, people have been telling me that not necessarily you are the problem, but they feel that they find it difficult communicating with you. But I feel that it goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Like you might find that it's difficult for you to understand them, and vice versa. They might feel the same way too. So we have kind of worked on them. I've kind of talked to them, and clearly it has worked wonderfully. And we're so happy that you are improving and everybody else is improving too. So we're all working together as a team. And moving forward, I do hope that it'll just get even better. So yeah, do you have any questions for me?
Seems alright. I'm good
Alright.
with that. Yeah.
For sure. Then if I could just ask you to sign this counseling form for me, just to state that you have done pretty much everything that we have asked you to, and you have complied with.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, thank you very much, Sandesh. We really appreciate you. Keep up the good work. You are doing really great, and keep it that way.
You're welcome.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
I'll see you again.
See ya.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah.